Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video will be on this pencil skirt, and most importantly how to contour your hip area to fit perfectly on your body or your client body. So we're going to be going ahead to mark a straight line, so this will serve as our starting point. I don't know if you guys can see this, so let's use a brighter marker to do this. So I'll mark a starting point for this, and then from there I'm going to place my tape there. But because this skirt is going to be having a band of 1.5 inches, so I'll just place my tape at 1.5 inches. If you would like a wider band, go ahead and increase this. If you want a smaller band, reduce it, but most times I do 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead and mark my hip point, and then my hip point I'm going to be adding ½ inch to it. So my hip point is 8 inches, but I added ½ inch. I'm marking at 8.5, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and mark my knee measurement, and then I'm going to come up by 2 inches from that knee, and I'll make a point there. Then from there, I just hope you guys understand what we are trying to do. So the hip, you added ½ inch to mark the point, and then for the knee you're going to go up by 2 inches to mark the point. And then from there I'm going to go ahead and mark the full length of this skirt. But because my paper is at 35, so I'm just going to end at 35. If you're working for a long skirt, please go ahead and insert the length of the skirt at this point. So I'll go ahead and connect all these points straight. So that this is what we have at this point. Once I am done with that, we're going to go ahead and start inserting our measurement. And for my waist measurement is 37 divided by 4. So you're going to be dividing by 4 is 7.75. Sorry. So I'll make a mark there, 7.75. And then my hip measurement divided by 4 is 9.25. Just divide yours by 4 and you insert your whatever you have at that point. And then for my the knee measurement, I'm going to be taking out 1.5 inches from what I have here. So I have 9.25 here, so I'm going to be taking out 1.5 inches from it. So 9.25 is this. Then I'll take out 1.5. The reason for doing this is just to get that pencil effect. If you want it to be more fitted at this point, please go ahead and increase this measurement. Otherwise, just do 1.5 inches. And if you want it to be not to be too fitted, you can reduce this. So I'll just measure what I have here. We have about 7.75. So I'll pick it up and then I'll replace it at this hem side, 7.75, right? So I'll go ahead and mark it here, and then I'll go ahead and connect all these points that we just marked. So I'll connect my hip to my waist, and then I'll connect my hip. And then from here, I'm going to connect it all straight to the hem of this skirt. So this is for a skirt that you'll be using a stretchy fabric for. But if you want to work with a non-stretchy fabric that you need to add your dart to it, all you have to do is to insert your dart measurement. And for my dart measurement, I'm going to be using ½ inch on both sides. That I'm going to be marking my nipple to nipple measurement, and then I'm going to be taking ½ inch on both sides. So for that reason, I'm going to be adding 1 inch for that at the waist part to replace this width. So by the time we take out this 1 inch, it corresponds with this. So this is for our dart. So this is what we have at this point. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to cut this out, and then we'll transfer it. We'll use it to cut out our back bodies or our back skirt block. So guys, this is what we have. I went ahead to transfer my pattern onto another one so that I'll be able to cut out the back. And you can see I added about 2 inches stitching allowance here for my zipper. We're not going to be using all for our zipper, so we are going to be contouring our hip at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and extend all this line, so the hip, the knee, and also the waist. Once I am done, so my zipper allowance will be 1.5 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it. The reason why I'm doing this way is so that you guys can see what we are doing, so that the zipper allowance will be more visible. So this is our zipper allowance. Then from here, I'm going to go in by 1 inch. I'm going to go in by 1 inch, and then at this knee area I'm also going to go in by 1 inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect this point to here, and then this one to here. So this is what we have for the back body. So this is going to accommodate the butt, and making sure that then I'm going to connect this line straight and making sure that all these excesses that you used to see at the back is not here. So guys, this is what we have. So by the time you add your stitching allowance, you're going to add your stitching allowance while transferring to your fabric, and then you attach your zipper at this point, so it's going to sit properly, and you know that these excesses here that we used to have below the butt will not be there. So it's going, that's why you see that the hip is there is a fabric to accommodate the hip, but at this point is eliminated. So by the time you attach your zipper and everything is well placed. Don't forget to add your stitching allowance all around, and then also stitching allowance to join your waist. So you're going to be adding 1/2 inch here as well, and also your hems allowance, and then your side seam allowance, and then you're going to go ahead and join the two sides, join the waist if you're not making use of any lining. But if you want tutorial on how to join all this, please leave a comment and I will do a tutorial on how to sew this skirt. But it's just the normal way of sewing your skirt, and the only difference is just to contour this, and which is also normal way to, by the time you cut it, you see that there's no much difference in joining it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.